Welcome back to the James McGee Show. I am your host. I am James McGee. Good morning on another beautiful morning. So you remember when Barack Obama, there's a video of Barack Obama, we're going to play it in a minute, chastising a group of young black men, shaming them not supporting Kamala Harris. So let's watch the video and remind ourselves on this, how sick and just disgusting of a person that Barack Obama is. All right, I told y'all yesterday I'm technically technology challenged. So here we are.
I was wrong. Now, I also want to say that seems to be more pronounced with the brothers. When you have a choice that is this clear, when on the one hand you have somebody who grew up like you, knows you, went to college with you, understands the struggles and pain and joy that comes from those experiences, who's had to work harder and do more and overcome. And you're coming up with all kinds of reasons and excuses. Part of it makes me think that, well, you just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman as president. And so now you're thinking about sitting out or even supporting somebody who has a history of denigrating you.
Okay, there's our reminder of how disgusting of a human being that Barack Obama is. So let's break this down. So he said that the choice is clear. Oh, first thing is more pronounced with the brothers. What a what a just condescending piece of shit. The choice is clear. The choice was real clear, Barry. The choice was a cackling, babbling, word salad, empty suit against a proven successful president, one of the most successful presidents of our modern time. So yes, the choice was very clear. Barry, who grew up like you and knows you. How did this woman grow up like any of those young black men? She's only a small percentage of black. She did not have the struggles that you're claiming they had, that she knows what it's like to be them. She absolutely, it's well proven that she slept her way to the top. Now, I'm not degrading women. There are many successful, I know many successful women who deserved what they got and who did not sleep their way to the top. This woman did. She had to work harder and do more. Yeah, she did, Barry. She had to work harder and do more to get there. You know how hard those floors were that she had to kneel down on to give all those men some hot mouth to get where she is? How could you sit there? How could you sit there, Barack, and chastise these men and say things you know that's not true. And you know what I'm saying is true, what kind of person she is. Besides, she's incompetent and she is absolutely useless. Y'all coming up with all kinds of excuses, right? That's what he said. Coming up with all kinds of excuses of why not to vote for her. Well, here's the number one excuse, Barry. She's a buffoon. She's a complete buffoon. She did, as vice president, in 4 years, she did one thing. You know what she did? She created the biggest border crisis in American history, is what she did. That's what she did as vice president. But she was clearly the choice. Then you went and played the woman card. You just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman president. Go fuck yourself, Barack Obama. No, Barry, they weren't feeling the idea of having one of the dumbest women on earth as president. And then he comes up with, and you're thinking about supporting a man who has degraded or denigrated, whatever word he used on that. Name one thing, Barry. Name one thing that Barack Obama has done. Donald Trump has done to degrade black men. You can't name one thing, but it sure sounded good. It sure sounded good when you were addressing the brothers. You fucking flake. So that was Barack Obama in 2024. So let's check out Barack Obama in 2025. I think you're going to see a different Barack Obama. Still the same clown, still the same irrelevant piece of shit.
Are some of the most important in the country this year, and I am proud to endorse Abigail Spanberger for governor. Republican policies are raising costs on working families so billionaires can get massive tax cuts. As governor, Abigail will stand up for Virginia families. She'll work to build an economy that works for everyone, not just big corporations and the wealthy. But it won't happen without you. Every vote counts, so turn out and vote for Abigail Spanberger for governor on November 4th.
Okay, so Abigail Spanberger, who is running against Winsome Sears for governor of Virginia. He is supporting Abigail Spanberger. Winsome Sears is the lieutenant governor. Winsome Sears is a former Marine. She's an immigrant, came from Jamaica in 1970, served on the Virginia Board of Education, has a master's degree, has been lieutenant governor since 2021, and she is black. Abigail Spanberger is U.S. representative, been serving since 2019, served in the CIA, has a master's degree. If you look on paper, they look pretty much, pretty similar, I guess. Lieutenant governor is normally the stepping stone to governor. Some states are a little different. What happened in 1 year? What happened in 1 year that he supported the dumbest candidate in the history of the presidential race? The dumbest candidate, strictly because she was not even black, but she was a black woman. So now he has a black woman running for governor, will be the first uh, black female governor in American history. Now, let me just say this. I don't believe in any of this. We need to do this because it's the first, and we need to break barriers. We need to do it because it's the best person. By all accounts, Winsome Sears is a great candidate. She's a proven lieutenant governor, which is if the governor would die, she becomes the governor. She's the next in line. So why isn't he endorsing this black female? Because she doesn't fit their agenda. What a fucking hypocrite. Just it's no other reason than she's a Republican. I mean, he obviously can support whoever he wants. That's it. That's his right. But we've got to stop letting people, and I'm going to close with endorsements and how I feel about endorsements. We've got to stop letting people like Barack Obama choose who we put in office. It is our offices. So, speaking of morons that's about to be in office, all the Democrats are getting behind this Democratic Muslim socialist, proven socialist, just a radical, just a terrible, terrible guy. So let's watch this this video of Zoran Mondami. I can never get his name right, which I could care less. I don't even want to hear his name anymore. He's a complete clown. So in a recent, this guy loves to make anything he can about himself. So this is what in a recent press conference or a statement, he is talking about 9/11, which he wasn't even in this country in 9/11. He was in elementary school in Uganda during 9/11. He was not living in this country. This is what he says about 9/11. This is his feelings about the biggest terrorist attack in our nation's, not his nation. He wasn't even fucking living here. Our nation's history.
I want to speak to the memory of my aunt. Who stopped taking the subway after September 11th because she did not feel safe in her hijab. I want to use this moment.
So the biggest terror attack in our nation's history, 3,000 people were killed. Hundreds of firemen, hundreds of policemen were killed. And the biggest victim were the Muslims, of how they were portrayed afterwards, which I think is false. And his aunt, who was too scared to ride the subway. Well, here's the kicker. It's been proven that he didn't have an aunt living in this country. His aunt was not living here. He fucking lied. This whole thing was made up. But he tried to recover that it was a cousin. Well, I got another video. It's a parody, but it's worth it's pretty much it's a parody, but it's pretty much what he was saying, what he's saying when he's trying, instead of saying, hey, I lied, I lied, instead of admitting it, he comes up with what typical Democrats do. They double down on their lies.
Friend from high school's college roommate's cousin's aunt who was scared of Islamophobia. My bad. It was.
That's pretty much what he said. Like I said, this was a parody, but it's pretty much what he said. Oh, it wasn't my aunt, it was my cousin. And no, this person doesn't even exist. It's made up. But you made Muslims the victim when it was Muslims who did this, who orchestrated the biggest attack in American history. In America, weren't even living in. America, you don't even deserve to live in now, much less lead the biggest city in America. But the dumb motherfuckers are going to put you in office. I mean, it's pretty much done. They're going to put you in office. So this is why we have got to start being more educated voters, and I'm gonna cover that in the end. But let's so every day we're going to have Mama Luke of the day. So if you're not familiar with the term Mama Luke, it is an Italian American slang meaning buffoon. So we're going to pick a buffoon and show a video or an oracle, probably most times a video. So the Mama Luke of the day is no other than Gavin Newsom. I can't think of him for the first Mama Luke of the day. I can't think of a better person than Gavin Newsom. So let's play this Mama Luke.
Paying the bills, man. And it was just like hustling. And so I was out there kind of raising myself, turning on the TV, started, just getting obsessed, sitting there with the Wonder Bread and 5 stacks of,
it's like the White Stack 5 story.
Man. Come on. Kraft macaroni and cheese.
Yeah. Man, bro.
Yeah.
Are you talking about me?
Young YG.
YG,
But
man.
Every day. And
So Gavin Newsom, it was, if there is such a thing as white privilege, Gavin Newsom is the biggest example of white privilege. He was raised rich. His father was an attorney. And he's talking about raising himself and eating macaroni and cheese. In another video, talking about his mom worked 2.5 jobs. How do you work a half a job? Either works ever you know. This guy wants to be. He is the biggest chameleon on earth. It's whatever he's going to conform to, whatever shape he's put in. So now he's with 2 black podcast hosts. I think they were NBA players. So now he's straight out of Compton. What the fuck? Man, we got to wake up. So I'm going to close with this. We've got to be very careful about endorsements. I promise you this. I know this, all right? Endorsements are never about you. Endorsements are always about the person doing the endorsing. It's about their power and getting more power. Now, it's well known I'm a Donald Trump fan, okay? I support Donald Trump. I think he is absolutely the best president we've ever had. But I don't like the endorsements. If he endorses anybody or he goes against anybody, they're out of office. He can put anybody in office. We've got to stop letting people, even Donald Trump, influence. Look at what they're doing right now to Tom Massey. And I don't know enough to say if he's a good guy, bad guy. I hear he's a good guy. But he's not conforming. So they're want to get him out. We've got to, it is our country and it's who we put in office. Not Donald Trump or anyone else. Not Barack Obama. The biggest problem we have in the country when it comes to elections is uneducated voters. And I don't mean your level of education. I mean educating yourself on the issues. Stop letting other people pick who you vote for. Do your homework and vote for who you think serves you best. It is your office, not anybody else's. So until tomorrow morning, remember, the world does not give a fuck. Nobody's coming to save you. McGee is